Да, знаю, прошлая серия закончилась немножко резко, но, блин, я не ожидал, что уже 2 часа пролетело. Чё? Ха. Так, попробуем еще раз до вдовы. А, ну да, точно. Мы же с ней уже договорились через эту доску. Я все пытаюсь найти гребаных фрейлин. Вот, теперь они есть тут. Теперь они интерактивные.
Perhaps you could tell me something then. We haven't been properly introduced. How rude of us to forget. Milady Inquisitor, may I present Lady Couteau and Lady Colombe, and of course, Lady Fleur. We are the Empress's ladies in waiting.
Так.
I'd like to know more about Empress Селину.
Her Majesty has held the throne since she was just 16 years old.
She is respected and beloved, not just in Orlais, but across thither.
She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
В общем, если оставить править Селину, она устраняет всех. Если Гаспара еще можно помиловать, Бриалу точно нет. Вот их двоих вместе помирить. Можно просто повесить все смертные грехи на Гаспара. Ну, понятное дело, да, можно заставить их работать вместе. Хоть, конечно, нам и говорили только что вот вы должны выбрать кого-то одного. Тем не менее, можно. Вопрос, конечно, насколько это хорошо. Потому что гипотетически, если рассматривать ситуацию, то получается, что Селина — это влияние, Гаспар — это армия, и Бриалы — это шпионы. Естественно, хочется все и сразу. Ну, в общем, посадить править только Гаспара — это просто. Просто найти компромат на Бриалу. И не мешать. Собственно, вот. Я до сих пор не могу решить, что лучше сделать. Перемирие, конечно, по мне самое правильное было. Все равно, как ни крути. Просто пытаюсь найти четкие описания, что можно делать, что нельзя сделать. Вот, например, отдать им вот этот сраный медальон или не отдать, да?
What is the Empress trying to accomplish with the negotiations?
Peace is her only objective, Inquisitor.
Gaspard and Briala are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires threaten the safety of all Orlesians.
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
What's happening with the peace talks now?
Things do not look promising.
The Grand Duke is as stubborn as always. He will not accept anything but victory in battle.
But the night is young, and Her Majesty will do everything she can to persuade him.
Ну, допустим.
I made a fascinating discovery. An elven locket in the Empress's vault.
Oh dear.
That is very interesting.
I'll get Her Majesty.
Inquisitor, I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier.
No doubt you have questions about many things.
The locket I found. It was a gift from Brianna, wasn't it?
She gave it to me for my coronation. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you part ways?
She wanted change, and she thought I should deliver it. My word is law, Inquisitor, but laws don't command people's hearts. Culture does not transform itself overnight. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things, is beyond my command.
Угу. То есть, в принципе, она жалеет о том, что сделала тогда, да?
Maybe you kept it because you still care for Brianna.
Perhaps I do. But I cannot put her above all the people of my empire. Dispose of the locket however you like. It means nothing to me.
Ну ладно. Ах, охонюшки. Так, ладненько, что я еще хотел сделать? Это помните, мы там под конец, когда уже бежали в зал, солдат согнали от оружейной или что там это было? Я хочу теперь туда наведаться. А, ну и да, подслушивать, высматривать. Что-то пока ни черта.
Just gossip.
Да, вот, зал трофеев. Ага. Неизвестная тварь, добытая на охоте всего. Но это голова Крогана из Mass Effect. А это... В памяти в экспедиции на глубинные тропы. Хотел бы я знать, что это за тентакли. Я что-то таких не вспомню. Вот просто вот необходим разбойник, и все, и не переключиться, и ничего. Подарок императору от королевы Вальды Арзамарской. Воу-воу-воу. Что-то опять стики дрифтят. Медведь. Хрен тебе, а не медведь. Так, это мы уже проходили. А все ж так любят просто оставлять бумажки, блин, на видном месте, правда? Вот бесит. Мы по одним и тем же местам ходим, просто нужно нового. О боже. Так, это историчка. Мне кажется, сюда можно выскочить. Тайное любовное письмо. Ну, конечно.
I had no idea.
Ну, отсюда нам уже не выпрыгнуть, конечно. И туда не проскочить. Но, тем не менее, кое-что залутали. Значит, надо идти в остальные участки. Угу. Так. Блин, еще вспомнить бы. Тут вроде кого-то из них завербовать можно. Так. Тут только про шкаф говорится. Вот. Инквизитор может попросить дворянина о помощи, что принесет 100 единиц влияния и плюс 1 силы. Как-то это не так. Ах, пень. Я за то, чтобы остановить их храмовников.
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen,
Yeah. Так мало влияния. Так. Еще один сраный компромат.
We can only hope Селин prevails tonight. Gaspar will ruin us all.
Then we'll have a report on the casualties in the days. Waste of time.
Как ты точно описала все вот это, чем я сейчас занимаюсь?
Where has that servant gone?
Что? Как это работает? Сканер показывал на объект, но стоило мне приблизиться... Короче, на первом этаже, похоже, я что-то проморгал, да? Ай, да, это все-таки считается как зона. Ладно. Блин, что тогда сканер-то щупал, не понимаю. Это же было где-то... А, наверное, это как раз-таки вот про эту комнату. Что там внутри что-то заныкано. Все, ладно, сопоставил. Фу. Ну, все-то в 30 трудно, конечно, набрать. Так, вот что надо почитать, это где там все эти статуэтки Гал еще можно добыть, потому что их лучше не пропускать. Так, зал трофеев, да, в императорском крыле их 4. 4, да, при условии, что я сейчас обладаю 2, и, получается, использовал... Да, вот одна статуэтка в гостевом саду я использовал. И эльфийский амулет я использовал 3. То есть я использовал 4, еще 2 в наличии. То есть итого 6, да? Короче, одна статуэтка где-то находится неопознанная. Так. В людской. Ну вот рядом с шутом мы точно находили. Статуя стоит в углу комнаты с балконом. Не уверен. Ладно, надо сходить проверить, возможно, потому что в людской я один пропустил. Я ведь сказал, что там 3 их было как раз-таки, да? А их там 4 было, зараза. Так что одну придется идти искать. Наверное. Хотя, если еще раз пересмотреть... Вот, тут одна есть дверь, за которой аж 5 требуется статуэток. Правда, на самом деле там написано, что редкая руна, конечно, есть, но это такое себе. Но все равно факт, что мне потребуется 5 статуэток прям абсолютно точно. А у меня сейчас 2, а в императорском крыльце их 4. Не, ну в принципе, да, должно хватить. Ладно. Все равно там лут в остальных только. Ничего критически важного. Понять бы только, куда мне теперь идти-то, блин. Вот эти вот 2 двери, что ли, да? Нет, похоже, мне надо именно с другой стороны заходить. Хоть указатель ведет сюда. не дают подслушать, ну ладно. А нет, что-то есть.
Just gossip.
Ладно, по идее, после этого будут уже звоночки. Хотя одно очко, господи. Ладно, сейф у меня есть, понеслась. Если прям вдруг на одно очко, опаньки.
Just gossip.
Ой, да идите вы в Ваню. Вот, да, отправиться в императорское. Так, ну что, меня раздели, остальных нет, да? Хоть так.
Room after room, and for what? Ruffle storage? Real useful.
Так, раз статуэтка. Блин, такой сундук и нельзя залутать, садизм. Ага. Актерская игра, блять, на уровне.
Oh, thank you.
It's all right now. You're safe.
Safe. I don't know if I believe in safe anymore. No one's supposed to be here. Brianna said... Ugh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Brianna told you to come to this wing of the palace.
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Floriane.
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Brianna.
What were you trying to find in Floriane's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
Серьезно? Не говорилось, что искать? Что за идиотизм?
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
It takes great courage to come to the royal wing unarmed.
It's not courage to blindly follow Brianna's orders into a trap. I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play revolution. But I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Knew it. I did. And I bet the hates made it feel real good.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Ну вот. Один материал для шантажа есть. И еще одна статуэтка Галлы. Хорошо. Мне надо найти еще одну, значит, хотя бы.
What's this then?
Так, ну вот, да. Оу.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment, if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Конечно, всегда можно спокойно поболтать, да?
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Seline's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
Заботливого? Ню-ню. Ню-ню.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspar's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
At this point, I think disappointment was an old friend.
You poor deluded thing. You don't know half of what Samson and I have planned. And now I suppose you never will. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Селину myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ball.
Да, расскажи нам вообще все в мельчайших нюансах.
They'll be talking of it for years. Kill her. Bring me the marked hand as proof. It will make a fine gift for the master.
Воу. Вот это, блин, спецприемчики-то были. И да, кабертан ферлденских наемников, который просто сидит. Все логично. Хули ему еще делать? Интересно, успеет Кассандра, не успеет? И да, лучников только что было вдвое больше. Так давно за сыру уже не играл.
Trust those tits. What was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those bastard demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
They can bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim. Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Sticky. Fancy a cheesemonger.
Want a new job? One that pays better. The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in the chantry? I'll do it.
Так, тут есть, тем не менее, еще одна точка, и мне надо срочно искать статуэтку Галлы, еще одну. Нет, видимые стены. У-у-у. Да вы, блин, там смертники все. Какой-то гром мести. Заинтриговали, что сказать. Кассандра, съеби в туман. Что у нас тут? Выход. Уже засрал я инвентарь. 10 всего ячеек было занято. 10. Например, вот этим. Так, вот нам один из выходов. Еще одна кухня. Тупик. Блин, вот ищи одного единственного, блин, свидетеля посреди всего этого. Не знамо где. Спокойно почитать, где его можно найти. Так. Личные покои. Где-то еще на нижнем уровне вот эти сундуки. Но меня интересуют именно личные покои. Значит, ну не знаю, предположить, что надо наоборот наверх куда-то искать лестницу, а? Так, ну я полагаю, мы же отсюда ворвались, правильно? Ага. То есть у нас, в принципе, это единственный возможный маршрут, да? Значит, вот эту комнатку я уже смотрел. А вот дальше, походу, не забегал. Сколько там до левела не хватает? Блин, одну книжку найти какую-нибудь, и у меня новый уровень. Так, вот тут меня не было. Ага, вот это, походу, те две комнаты как раз-таки, которым нужно 5 статуэток, которые лишь содержат средней полезности лут. Так, это кухня и это. Мы их осматривали. Но она закрыта, да. Значит, остается только проход этот, собственно. Блин, что я и где упускаю, не понимаю. Там уже выход. Все. Здесь тоже прохода нету. Ладно, в баню. Будь что будет. Не, мне лень ковыряться во всем этом еще больше. Так, кстати, тайник рыжей Джинни я тоже не это. Сколько ж тут всех нюансов-то, да? По-моему, поговорить с Флорианой, это, соответственно, Селина по-любому останется тогда. Перемирие у меня точно не получится. Потому что я не стал искать этого гребаного солдата. Компромат на этого у нас есть. Может, все-таки Селину и Бриалу давайте вместе. Вроде такого я не пробовал. Да, давайте Селина и Бриала пусть правят вместе.
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
О, все-таки набрал. Это хорошо.
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying, all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary. It was an ambitious plan. Селину, Gaspard, the entire Council of Heralds. All your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories.
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
Переиграно и уничтожено. Нет смысла ее убивать, мы ее потом судить будем.
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out.
По всем орлийским.
Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private, elsewhere.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Такс. Ну, вот у нас дальше выбор, соответственно. Либо мы начинаем все валить, все смертные грехи на Гаспара. А если же перемирие, то у меня не хватает, говорю, этих обличительных. Так что, да, пока что по плану. Можно просто, если сказать, Гаспар планировал переворот, соответственно, это будет Селина править единолично, правильно? Ну да. Так что давайте так.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together.
Of course.
Так. Дальше, значит, едем. Существуют приказы. Гаспар угрожал совету. Нанял убийц. Короче, про наемника только нет смысла говорить, да? Ну ладно, поехали.
We have the note to your general ordering him to move troops covertly into the palace grounds.
It was a defensive choice. I expected betrayal here, just not by my own sister.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually you'll convince somebody.
There were also the threats Gaspard made to the Council of Heralds to bully them into giving him the crown.
Gaspard is a bully. Is that the worst you can say of me?
Так. Но он убил посла.
And he murdered a council emissary in the servants' quarters. I found his bloody knife hidden near the body. Briala found all of this out for your sake, Селину.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
Ну и, походу, все равно под конец можно попытаться оставить Селину единоличной, либо сохранить жизнь Гаспару. То есть можно сказать, да, что вот Без разницы, и потом отдельно судьба Бриалы. Ладно, давайте попробуем их помирить. Говорю, я вроде такого не делал.
I think Ambassador Briala deserves some reward for uncovering all this.
For this service to the Empire, Briala, your previous treachery will be pardoned. But you will have to live in exile.
You're too kind.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
В
For all your efforts.
смысле экзайл?
I owe you my life.
В смысле экзайл, блядь?
Its future.
Блядь! Вот, вот тебе и, блядь, все, что нужно для этого.
For the Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this.
Твою мать.
Nor will I.
Может, я не ту реплику сказал?
Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
Так, одобрение, это все круто, конечно. Так, ну тактика по бою с этой мадам. Кстати, может ради любопытства записать, конечно, и второй вариант, а? Именно что будет, если спустить все и дать убить Селину.
Our enemy is clever. He manipulated the highest-ranking members of the court. If we want victory, we will have to fight him in more ways than one.
We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? It's most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Селин wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
Ну а если править будет не Селина, то ее просто как отсылают вроде со двора куда подальше, по-моему, так.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Селин knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
Действительно.
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider consider blood magic, yes. But I suspect that you do not fear Maleficarum as much as the common folk do.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Так, ну и сейчас должен подкатить романтический интерес. Ага. Чё у тебя на лице? Какие-то синие разводы.
I'm not surprised to find you out here. Thoughts?
I have a feeling this is only a temporary victory.
There's much, much more trouble ahead. For now, focus on what's in front of you.
Наверное, это следы крови.
Ah, before the band stops playing, dance with me.
О.
I'd love to.
Стоило на того, вот вообще ни разу. Но, по крайней мере, срубил ачивку на 100% отношения двора. Первый раз, когда я играл, у меня не получилось просто из-за того, что выбрал не ту реплику. Именно если обличить перед двором, вот тогда именно это еще дает там дополнительные плюшки. А иначе это так и остается на 99 и не засчитывают.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Valroyo as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Make us mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor, please, may I have a word with you?
Just when you've solved one crisis, another springs up to take its place.
I am sorry to place this burden on your shoulders, but you are the only one who can help. With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Phaedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
И почему все это возникло только сейчас-то, а? Вот просто. Они были правой рукой и левой рукой с самого начала игры. Но нет, только сейчас.
Liliana and Cassandra are candidates to become the divine. How is that possible?
Not yet, but they could be. We need them to be. There is precedent. Other times when clerics remained deadlocked, a successor was chosen from outside the clergy. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
These aren't just any 2 people. They're key members of the Inquisition.
For the sake of Phaedas, we must ask you to make this sacrifice.
This will have to be settled later. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Да, все-таки не дотянули. Но зато, да, масочка. Великой герцогини очень сильно бустит шанс на крит. Это бустит урон против барьера. И это тоже урон против барьера. Конечно, сила воли и магия бустит атаку, но шанс на крит сам себя не это. При этом левел-ап коснулся только меня. Что там по преобразованиям? Огненная стена получается больше. Бонус за размер это в длину же, наверное, да? Зарождается из вашей позиции, движется от вас. Ну, как-то это вообще не очень. Я просто надеялся, что огненная стена будет, знаете, на что похожа? Скорее уж на огненное кольцо, которое будет от персонажа расходиться в стороны. Ну, там, как, например, у старого короля демонов в Dark Souls 3, или там, ну, не знаю, в Divinity 2 вроде был тоже похожий спелл. Поэтому я даже не уверен, есть ли смысл его апгрейдить. Самый очевидный апгрейд это вот этот. На 4 секунды дольше гореть. Есть еще вот этот спелл, который я давно хотел. Это продление эффективности паники. Есть духовая бомба, есть еще пассивки. Тут главное слишком губу не раскатывать, потому что максимальный уровень 21. Это всего 6 очков, плюс еще одно за счет этого. Ладно, пока пусть продолжительность страха, а дальше видно будет. Потому что это будет работать в том числе и на огненную стену, но и на ужас, который я умею кастовать свой собственный. А что за значок-то восклицательный? Что там может пойти не так?
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Так, как бы этот квест знать назывался, да? А если я напишу выборы Верховной Жрицы? Ага, вот это он уже понял. Ох, японский городовой тут, оказывается, сюжетных выборов-то надо было наделать. Не, ну нафиг. Кто получится, тот получится, ну вас нафиг. Я не хочу в это даже вникать, слишком много всего.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day, you watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amara III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Действительно.
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
Because you're a mage, first and foremost. If they name you a candidate, they may as well join the Tevinter Imperium. truly, though. I imagine it's because they're frightened of you. A weight such as yours would break the Sunburst throne and tear the Chantry to pieces. I just don't know why they believe Leliana or I would be any better.
Но факт, что еще может быть и Вивьен. Но уж я не знаю, что я там не так сделал. Потому что Вивьен я когда-то сделал. Ее я как жрицу, наверное, больше всего и запомнил. Потому что с Кассандрой это было довольно скучно. А вот Лилиану я еще не делал. Я бы хотел ее запихнуть на эту должность. Так. Ты прекрасная кандидатка. Может, церковь пора распустить? Допустим, попробуем пропихнуть Лилиану на том, что осталось.
Why even consider it? Who cares about the Chantry?
I care. Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
Просто по мне лучше бы Кассандра просто возрождала Орден Искателей. И хватит с нее.
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Что-то как-то не стреляют диалоги.
The Chantry has failed, Cassandra.
It is disheartening that a believer would say that.
А, ну да, я ж
You know
верующий.
Garrett is Andrastian. Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Zetas, human or no. That is what I would change.
Perhaps the Chantry needs more than just change.
You mean get rid of it entirely? I disagree. Without the Chantry, the faithful would be lost. The Chantry must simply be more responsible in how it leads. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Чё, блин, за восклицательный знак?
Is that all for today?
Not by a long shot.
Тут вроде ничего нового особо.
Nothing. Unfortunate.
Походу, это еще выше надо лезть. Инквизитор. Инквизингер. Я подозреваю, что это тот пятачок, на котором до этого стоял Алистер и Хоук. Только кто там? Уж Морриган-то точно в саду была. Насколько я помню. Теперь и значка нету. Ни хрена не понимаю. Может, все-таки у самого этого Морриса для нас квест есть?
Oh my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
As you are.
We are here.
Угу, вот. Хорошо. Разобрались. Идем дальше.
Your worship,
Can you think of any other?
a few Orlesian nobles didn't like how things ended at the Winter Palace. They're not rebelling outright, but they brought in mercenary companies in preparation. The Chargers have a good reputation. If we go in, we can buy the companies out from underneath them. The nobles will lose the men they met for causing trouble, and the Inquisition gets some fresh blood.
Окей.
We'll talk later.
Перекупить, блин, они будут. Вы наемники или кто?
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss. Pleasure as always, boss.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Well, that's one.
Точно, ребята. Я же ваш контракт выполнил очередной.
You were very dashing. Cleaved him good.
Couldn't let him get near you. Either of you. We're a team. Better, we're an adventuring company. Oh shit, we're a company! Inquisitor, you should have seen it. Darkspawn. We put your flag in the center of their bloody lair and held it.
Isn't he good? He's very good.
We are better than good. We'll prove we're an adventuring company of the Inquisition. Your company, Inquisitor. I said I'd pay you back, and I will.
Еще один квест у вас. Господи, когда же вы закончитесь-то? У сэра дверь не открывается. О, министрель, кстати, с квестом надо не забыть. О, сейчас будет.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right? So long as there's a foot for the throne. A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. That and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
Кстати, знаете, может, что я не сделал? Почему все это пошло по звезде-то? Надо было Бриале, наверное, тоже этот сраный амулет показать, а я не показал. Поэтому и получился половинчатый эффект.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
Так. Еще диаложик. Нет?
Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
With you, I'll do anything.
I bet, yeah. Come on, let's do it.
We're eating on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins. Ugh. I freaking still hate cookies.
No, it's just that this is all a little confusing.
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mom. The one she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated... Well, she died. And I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this is great, you're great. So I thought maybe me and you could make some... I don't know, us cookies. Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
I don't understand. This Lady Emerald was just trying to be good to you.
She hurt people.
It was just cookies.
It was not just cookies. Lie to herself, fair play, only hurts her. But she made me think there was something wrong with me. And the baker? I made his life shit. Why not? It seemed like he deserved it. I mean, if you don't give a child a cookie because of appearances, you're a monster. Stupid pride or noble. I know, I said it was stupid. That's why I want to get rid of it. I want to make better cookies.
Не, ну, в целом-то я ее понимаю. Будучи ребенком, ей было обидно, что действительно хотела какого-то, ну, единения с той женщиной, что ее удочерила, получается, тогда, да? А выяснилось, что вот столько вранья было.
You know what? That would be great.
See, I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. Suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt. Anyway, I'll throw this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
Sarah, anytime. Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please. Smells like bird and dank. This part, not a good idea. Thanks, yeah? Feels good, this. Back, yeah? Always good.
Ха, да, с ней можно посидеть на крышу снова.
When waked, we walked where willows wail, whose withered windings wove the sail.
It's poetry because of W's and shit.
Забавно. Я что-то думал, что с ней можно на крышу только при романе выходить, а оказывается, вон как.
Love seeing you, yeah?
I'd like to know more about you, now that you're comfortable.
Loads. It's embarrassing enough now, may as well.
I think that after our rooftop chat, I get why you're not like other elves.
Well, don't. How about we dig into what you are? Or what you're supposed to be? Do you know all about elfiness? What it takes to keep our ears all perky? Because you could be more than just that. To me, anyway.
О боже. Я даже не помню этого диалога с ней. Так. Потому что вот иной раз говорит вполне нормальные связанные вещи, а другой раз то ли перевод корявый, то ли еще что-то, но вот я, блин, даже не знаю, что ей сказать, вот честно. Так. Странно. Тут вообще не описана эта реплика. Только про печенье. Ах.
We should all be examples of our peoples and understand how others will judge us.
Right, well, good on you. Have fun. Don't forget to whine about the past. All elves do that. Heard that once. From an example.
Anything more to say about where you came from, aside from hating cookies there?
Nenerim mostly. Before running into another Jenny. He was fun. Had weird friends though. I think some of them were a lot more serious about being serious. Got some of them killed. I suppose they were like family. Better than Lady Emerald ever was. You know why? They didn't give two squirts about who or what you were. It was all what you did.
So where are the rest of them?
All over. Or they stopped to let new people go all over. Some get rich and stop playing so they can do good things with it. One or two don't. Eventually, someone asks for a favor against them. So don't get like that, you hear?
Denerim is a long way from Orlais. How'd you get there?
By Stinky Horse?
Sarah.
Denerim wasn't much fun after the Blight. Everyone trying to recover, you even feel bad for the nobles. But Val Royeaux, that's a fat city full of fat heads. They just don't know when to stop. You saw it. Orlais is rich and stupid. Right for the pickings.
So is that who showed you how to fight? Gave you your skills?
Nobody gave me anything except a chance. And maybe some lessons to start, but mostly just a chance. I took that and ran.
Do you remember your actual family at all? Your parents?
Well, there is the amulet I had as an orphan that's missing piece. Look at your face. You believe me? No, still no parents. I remember an alienage with arseholes, and hating that stupid tree. The one elves always have. Of all the things to pray at, they could at least pick one with apples.
It's nice to see this side of you, that you trust me.
Don't you go blabbing around, yeah? Because I'll have a big trusting foot up your pucker.
We'll talk later.
If you say so. Love seeing you, yeah?
Почему все равно можно спросить ее? Мы ж вроде все обсудили.
I'd like to know more about...
It's embarrassing enough now, may as well.
I think that...
I get it, right? You're the youiest you that ever walked, and you want others to be the themiest thems with you. Don't care. Can we just drop?
We'll talk...
If you say.
Не понимаю я ее иногда все равно. Блин. Эта дура зависла. Это вот просто надо ловить момент, когда она стоит, и у нее нету в руках лютни, и тогда с ней можно нормально поговорить. Иначе все. А квест-то есть, я его помню. Дурацкий квест на глобальной карте.
That would have made everything much simpler.
The colors were pretty, though.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes. She's still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor.
I'll talk...
Yes.
Так, Каллен. Каллен.
not impossible, sir.
Right. And I'm the king of Ferelden.
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
If I was possessed by a demon, would you...
I would rather not consider it.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
Do you think Templars should cease to exist?
No. I may have chosen to lead that life, but I respect those who remain. Magic ungoverned could tear the world apart. It's doing so now. Templars are trained and able to confront such dangers.
What would you suggest?
Some call the circle a prison that can only breed resentment. Perhaps opportunities to work outside the circle. A mixed military service or healers' clinics with Templar support. And there must be a safer way for Templars to leave. Templars can lose their memories to Lyrium. Some call it a gift, to forget the failed harrowings, the demons. Some atrocities haunt me still. But to lose what good I can recall, I nearly lost my mind once. It is no gift.
Это Калин не одобрит, но хрен ли с два нет.
Mages can take care of themselves. We don't need Templars.
Tell that to the parents of a child who falls prey to possession. Mages cannot handle such threats alone.
Ну, не знаю, вот по мне, чтобы маги все разом стали одержимыми, это все-таки, ну, нонсенс. Как мне кажется, что, ну, там может быть группа какая-то магов, но можно же какую-то, я не знаю, иметь просто магическую полицию, условно говоря, то есть маги с какой-то более там, ну, жесткой тренировкой, но все равно маги. Чтоб маги расхлебывали проблемы магов. И не было нужды создавать торчков, которые в итоге сами потом жалеют, что связались с этой работой.
You've mentioned siblings. With everything that's happening, do you know if they're all right?
I've received word from my eldest sister. She was always good at tracking me down. South Reach has experienced the same chaos as everywhere else. My family is fine. Pray they remain so.
Your sister tracked you down. She didn't know where you were.
I let her know I was in Haven. She assumed I survived. It's not the first time. I may have neglected to tell her when I was transferred to Kirkwall.
Why?
I wasn't in a good state. I wanted only to leave. I received an angry letter about my disappearance 2 years later. For all her reprimands, it was a relief to hear from someone who knew me before the Blight.
You still regret the man you became after leaving Ferelden?
After the Ferelden Circle, I thought all mages were like the ones there. Knight Commander Meredith's methods were harsh, but they kept people safe.
You said Meredith was unstable.
She was my Knight Commander. I had no reason to distrust her. She wasn't wrong about the Blood Mages in Kirkwall. Meredith encouraged my anger towards the mages. There was only so far it would go, but she knew that too. I was her second in command. She kept decisions from me, those I would question. I believed she was serving the city. I never thought to question her, not until it was too late.
I hope you find the Inquisition's leadership more agreeable.
I am confident you will see us through to the end. The Inquisition is my chance to atone. I will not see it fail.
The Inquisition won't last forever. What will you do when this is over?
To be honest, I hadn't given it much thought until recently. I'm not used to having so many possibilities.
That's all I wanted to know.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Так. Блэкволл, походу, наконец-то сделал свой ход. Да ладно вам. Из всего этого лута сокровищ практически никаких. Так. Лук полезных помех. Кинжальчик 11 уровня. Прелесть. Блин, сколько говна. Ну ладно, хотя бы так.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
Таверна вся пустая для нас.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day they found a dog, a wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
Я-то знаю, что ты сделал, но тут нет такого варианта ответа, поэтому надо искать, какие есть. Так. Почему-то я не вижу этого диалога даже в списке опять.
You stopped them. Held the dog down.
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting, and I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
The coward's way out.
It was. I knew it then, and I know it now. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Ну чё, отпустила тебя? О. Вот всего-то ради одной строчки диалога тебя не перебить, засранку. Ладно. Так, да. Ты была мне хорошим другом и вдохновляла. Ты научила меня отличать достойного от дурного, а самое главное, не бояться стоять за достойное. Я горжусь тем, что помогал тебе.
The spy master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Go on. Liliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Liliana had us search the warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Так, смятый лист бумаги. В сайте схвачен лейтенант Сирил Морне, один из солдат, виновных в убийстве семьи Кайя. Как арестованные участники, Морне настаивает, что он не знал, на кого они нападают, и выполнял приказы капитана Тома Ранье. Он до сих пор не пойман. Морне будет казнен в Алруайо. Всегда есть какая-то собака, да. Ни у кого больше? Ну да, вот Блэкволла на данный момент нет. Аватарка сменилась на ту, если отправить его в изгнание. Непривычно, в Алрою идет дождь, да? Обычно же всегда солнечно. Тут, считай, штормовой берег. А вот и казнь. Мадам такая беспалевно рассекает.
Lady Lorette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
Такой себе суд.
Very well.
This is grim.
Proceed.
Интересная маска у палача.
Stop! A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh, shit.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall.
Doom, doom,
Lord of Blackwall is
doom.
dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide, like a coward, from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Вот так вот. Так, это здесь.
The Winter Palace assaulted. Duchess Florian disgraced.
A shock, I agree.
A shock. This is devastating. How could you not see as much?
Perhaps I was numbed by the tearing of the sky.
So the mages are back in line, and the Templars are mad as rabbits?
A free mage alliance of sorts. No circles. A bold move, and needed if what I hear is true about this elder one.
What I wouldn't give for a good old-fashioned war with swords.
Please calm yourself. You'll cause yourself harm.
Celine lives. That is something at least. She understands. Such scandal. Some of my associates.
Your standing will recover. You are broadly invested.
My world is at risk, my friend.
Welcome. You finally joined the rest of us.
До этого мы выходили отсюда, чтобы там начать какой-то квест. Теперь мы выходим отсюда. Уникальный загрузочный экран, между прочим. Для одного-то единственного квеста. Ага. только Блэкволл.
I didn't take Blackwell's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
You saved that man. That took courage.
Courage? I killed innocent people. Destroyed Mornay's life and the lives of others like him. One moment of courage will not make up for that. Why are you here?
I needed you to know you aren't alone in this.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Ну, вообще тут две линии поведения. Можно его унижать тут по полной программе. И все равно, тем не менее, освободить. И обязать служить Инквизиции как, ну, вот прям единственная гарантия того, что он не будет преступником, что его не повесят сразу же. Есть такой вариант. Я даже разок так сделал. Тогда реплики становятся у него очень урезаны и по минимуму. С ним вообще перестаешь разговаривать. Он просто тебя будет нахер посылать при каждой встрече. Но, тем не менее, с тобой ходить будет. Никуда не денешься. Ну, либо можно убедить его все-таки, что он изменился с того времени, что он вырос как человек, как ни крути. Что он проникся идеалами серых стражей, хоть и не стал таковым. Так что все в наших руках.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
Yes.
I need to know about Blackwolll. The real Blackwolll.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valshavan for the joining. But Blackwolll insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a dark spawn, fill a vial with its blood.
Ну да, знакомо.
I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwolll clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valshavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwolll, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the Wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. Blackwolll lived.
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed, why.
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed the Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question, just as your men trust you.
Our men follow me because they believe our cause is righteous.
They believe it because that's what you tell them.
Ну как, потому что я говорю им. А то они, блин, не видят, что есть дыра в небе, которую надо закрывать. Что есть, блин, винатори, красные храмовники.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You have an slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men have been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one wants to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Селину or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
But you weren't at war. Not really.
I've been on enough battlefields to know the same crime at the right time would have earned a medal. But that's what I did. And why I deserve to be here.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes.
That's all for now.
Вот такое вот, ё-моё.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Ну ты телепортирующийся, конечно.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Let me guess. Our spy master had this lying around somewhere, didn't she?
It would have been difficult for anyone to connect Blackwall to Rainier. Even Liliana has something of a blind spot when it comes to wardens. What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
Ну да, это будет суд. И, блин, кстати, именно за него, получается, мне придется запускать суд. Блин! Это ж надолго. Там судить уже человек 10, наверное.
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. Yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
He wanted to change. To prove that he'd really left his past behind. He had to face up to it.
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Да, доступны новые. Ладненько, сначала надо обсудить с остальными соратниками. При этом хочу отметить, что у спутников, ну, с которыми можно поговорить о наших, так сказать, ближайшем окружении, будет комментарии по поводу Блэкволла. Просто мне лень их раскапывать, потому что все это рандомно выпадает, но они есть. Конечно, никто особо не обрадуется. Так. Как минимум Варлик, Солос, Лилиана, Вивьен.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais, so why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, we need something.
Во-первых, да, у него есть теперь диалог о Бьянке. Что-то я забыл про него совсем.
Tell me more about Bianca.
Not making any promises here. Ask.
What makes the Merchants Guild such a danger to her?
Well, to be fair, it's more of a danger to me. Technically, we're not supposed to be within 300 leagues of one another. If it got back to the guild that we were seen together, they'd freeze my assets and then have me killed. Maybe not in that order.
What in the world did you do to cause that?
We almost started a clan war. Does it matter? I can't change it now.
How do you know Bianca? The lady, I mean, not the crossbow.
I met her years ago when she still lived in Kirkwall, and I was looking for someone with mechanical skills. Bianca is, beyond a doubt, the most brilliant smith you'll ever meet. I haven't seen her since she got married and moved to Orlais.
Bianca is married. Somehow I thought the two of you had a history.
Bianca's family are Kalnas, surface dwarves, so conservative they don't take a piss without asking the ancestors first. They picked out a smith caste boy for her. Wealthy, respected, has a great anvil collection. Perfect husband. I heard the wedding was lovely. One Bianca actually showed up for, anyway.
Alright, tell me the truth. Bianca made your crossbow, didn't she? I mean, it has her name.
It's not that simple. The Carta thinks my Bianca was a freak success by a Carta inventor who could never duplicate it. If they thought anyone else was involved, someone who could make one work, things would be bad. So, I really can't tell the story. I don't want any more blood on my hands.
So how long have the two of you been together?
Well, if you want to split hairs, we're not. Usually there's a continent between us at all times. We write letters. Now and then we manage to meet up. I don't know if that's together. Shit, it's been what, 15 years? Great. Now I feel old. Thanks.
I guess that's it for now.
Sure. I'll be here.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, machinations, betrayals. After our time in Alam Shirao, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You missed court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Селин should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Brianna.
Am I sensing concern over how we dealt with Brianna?
Why would I disapprove of it? Oh, because we're both elves.
Мы трое, все эльфы.
I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Brianna did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
You're an admirable man. Not many people know who they are the way you do.
Thank you. Both for saying that and for seeing it. Few in this world can see me, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears. My heart.
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I think I've shared everything of note. I should spend some time encountering more stories.
We'll talk.
Да, Ред, да, Ред.
You have remarkably little here on early to winter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on where the divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
And that's the Dorian I know, critiquing every book in my library.
I wouldn't have to, if you could find some rebellious heretic archivist who joined the cause.
Are there rebellious archivists? Other than you, that is.
If Corypheus ever starts burning masterworks of literature, I'm sure a few will pop up. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the abyssal rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
Ты серьезно? Я тебя спрашивал, когда я вышел, блин, из тени. А сейчас только ты проснулся? Ай, видимо, потому что игра считала, что все-таки притворную интригу проще сделать сперва, уже потом штурмовать целую крепость. Но я просто оттягивал неизбежное. Я ненавижу этот квест. Просто из-за того, что кучу беготни, куча, блин, правильных реплик сидеть угадывать. Мя.
The Fade is an ordeal under normal circumstances. To be the only real thing there, beyond description. That you made it out at all is a miracle. You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison.
It would have been easier if you'd been with me.
Without question. But I'm rather glad I wasn't.
No sense of adventure? That's surprising.
I've not your talent for survival. And not everyone is as discerning as I. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
You don't number among them.
It's tempting. But I'm no fool. There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus' real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
Ну да, вот появляется это дело. Но мы же и так в тени читали. Я читал, даже не поленился. Там, как один из эльф-слуг распинался. Про то, что называйте меня теперь Корифием, вот это вот все.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
That's something you'd like to do more often, then?
What? You twist an entire empire around your little finger? Yes, please. Of course, it leaves only to winter, and it wouldn't work as well there.
No. Why not?
Our dances are so much more intense. If an evening lacks a murder, we sniff and call it a ball. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. Fascinating.
I should go.
I do rather like watching you leave.
Here is the request Harriet made.
I will see he gets it.
Так, ну и Лилиана. Возвращаемся к тому, что надо сейчас с ней правильный диалог выстроить.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture.
Так. Стоп, это Блэкволл. Вот выбор. Так. Лилиана.
They must be desperate. It's much less flattering when you put it that way. If only being divine were as simple as looking good in an old hat. Restoring the chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm. Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it. And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems. A message from Divine Justinia. That's a shock. You're right reading it. Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there. Do you know what you're looking for? The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me. You take your instructions from me. What sort of help can a dead divine give you? I don't know. Perhaps something to do with a chantry. Or it could be personal. She guided me for many years, Inquisitor, as a divine and as a friend. There are days when I still look to her for advice, only to remember that I am alone. Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it? Justinia was a revered mother at the chantry there for many years before she became the divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her. I'll help in whatever way I can. Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Их еще одна глобальная карта. Так, Жозефина осталась. Уи! С Морриган я диалог точно в следующей серии отложу, когда мы будем больше в сторону сюжета двигаться. Пока что нам хватит и этого.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing. So few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Playing the game was thrilling. We did just make history.
Indeed. Tales of this affair have begun circulating in Valroyo. Although I do wish Barrick would show a bit more restraint in his accounts of...
Его там даже не было.